We are outside Dunleary's original station, designed by John Mulvaney, who also designed Broadstone Station. It's these. What before you can see is these fine arched windows and colonnades, and cut granite colonnades. The roof is fantastic as well, and a lot of spectacular stations when it was built. It was the terminus for the Dublin and Kingstown railway station. The original station was over in near Salt Hill, but there was a natural waterway there, so you had to bring the station over to its present location. And the station was used right up to the 60s, late 60s, and the steps are still there beside the railway. So the original station was very basic, just made of wood really. There's actually not even an illustration of it left when it opened in 1834. So a little plaque on the wall here. Not that people call him Michael Mallon. He was involved in the 1916 Rising. The station's named after him. But there's very few stations, with the exception of Connolly, Pearse, Houston, that the stations are used by the rebels from the 1916 Rising. As you can see, it's due to the COVID level 5 restrictions, there's no entry. But you can see the magnificence of the frontage of it. It's quite spectacular. So let's walk down to St. Michael's Wharf. Originally called Victoria Wharf, and it was built in the 1837, I believe. So this is a very sad sight. This closed a dozen years ago, the connection with Holyhead, and it's unlikely to reopen. But it originally opened in 1969 as alternative to the Carlisle Pier. But it's hard to know what's going to happen to the infrastructure. So we're coming down to this fantastic retaining wall here. Dates back to 1837. And you can see the fantastic station on the side here, and the pillars, and the just quickly have a look in here. There would have been originally a roof on this, and that was removed in 1940s. I don't know the exact date, but a lot of construction, a lot of realignment would have taken place. It just has one platform now. It's only one train a day, but this is it. This is actually the original Dublin Kingstown terminus up until the 1840s, until the atmospheric train brought it down to Dalkey, and eventually the conventional railway brought it down to Bray and beyond down to Wexford. So this fine retaining wall here. Let's be careful along here. Popular area for walkers and bikers. So this wall is stretches right down to where there was a level crossing down here that was taken up in the 60s, I believe. British troops left here in the 1920s. They would have used this actual track to, there would have been the ships here, boats here, and taken them back to Wales and England. So you can see the enormous infrastructure, and it's all abandoned. They use it for concerts in the summer, but it's such a pity, really. It's going to delay as it is for the foreseeable future. So there was actually a bridge here. I've seen it on the Dunleary Facebook group, and so the bridge would have come over with the railway and headed down to St. Michael's Wharf, and all this infrastructure here was built in recent decades. So let's just head down to where the bus 63 bus is here, where the bus I was on. So they've covered up the level crossing with breeze blocks back in the 80s. There's quite a few level crossings. There was a Carlisle Pier level crossing. This one here, you're just about to see. And you can see the red brick there. And this breeze blocks here. This is kind of a newer brick there. And there's the station in there. Right across 3 platforms. See the retaining wall that it came from as well. But it was a long level crossing right up to here. So this wall would date back to the 1830s. So that's it for now. I'll get back to you soon, and please subscribe to my channel.